Hello, this is Will from journalwallstreet.blogspot.com, and I'm here doing the tick replay for one of the trades I made in IRM this past week. So, news was in IRM that they're going to turn into a REIT. So you can't see it here, but it popped up after hours, and pre-market it kind of started to tank lower, and as you can see, it kind of did sell off in the morning. So I'm going to jump super fast speed this to 120 times normal speed, just so I could show you some of the trades. The trades I didn't do until late afternoon. So right now there's not much. We're looking at the 5-minute chart. I mean, so this gapped a lot higher. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it gapped, I don't know, like 10, 15, 20%, something along those lines. So here's the first kind of EMA potential short area there. It's gonna, drop down lower. Should retest the EMAs. It depends if it continues to drop lower or not. So there's the test of the EMAs and kind of bouncing through. So it was going to go weaker. Well, let me see, 7 o'clock, so let me switch to the longer time frames. So it's still plenty of room for the EMAs to catch up with. So not much of a trade here on a 13-minute. 5-minute maybe you were short somewhere, but it gapped up so much, it has to be really weak to go to do short. So you probably wouldn't want to short unless it breaks below this low, because it's the opening range is pretty wide. So kind of consolidating and wedging here. Kind of stuck. Let me speed it up some more. We're looking at 140 times the normal speed. I know my other videos went a bit long, so I don't want you guys to be stuck all weekend watching this crap. So still kind of wedging. You have inside bar with an inside bar and another inside bar. Pretty decent. Right now, if you look at the lows, it's kind of stuck here. If you look at this number there, okay, it just shot up to 16 cents. Comes back down to 02, 03, and just kind of hangs around here. Getting close to the EMAs, but it's not really trading any lower, and it tests the EMAs and comes straight back down. So hard to see anything quite yet. All we know thus far is somewhat protecting this level here. The lower this is 30.99, lower this is 30.99, 30.99, and this one was 30.92. So potential, easy to say potential trade is, buy it at close to 31 as possible with a stop below this candle right there. Alright, so now this is the first real move above the EMAs, and see, those could be levels later on around there. So let's see if the EMAs will hold it. Okay, it doesn't, it failed. Do you look for a short entry here? I guess potentially you can, but it has to get through this bottom level. So is the risk reward there? You're essentially risking 15 cents for a 12 cents target, not really worth the risk versus reward at this time. So I'm going to stop you out there. Do you go for the breakout long above this kind of area? Potentially, but if it failed immediately, you kind of want to see it break through and hold higher and then pull back into this area to continue. Ideally, that's what you want to see. Okay, so now it broke through. Let's see if it starts bouncing off of there as support. It's really tough to get in right now, I mean, because it pretty much just went straight up. Let's continue to go straight up. Here's a EMA crossover. But you really rather buy this on a pullback. This kind of went parabolic. I'm going to mute myself because my dog's barking at a cat. And this thing just went parabolic. I mean, see, the real play was down here, right? Where you kind of just bought off these levels because it was holding it down. And had you done that, then boom, and you would have got like this huge move. EMAs was holding it down, and then they came through, and now it was bouncing off of it. But at this point, how do you get involved? It's just parabolic. I mean, I guess this pullback would have been an okay place, but really, this was the area that you wanted to get involved in. And right here is pulling back into the EMAs. I mean, you kind of expect it to have to catch up. Let's see if it bounces off this 21. Okay, so it's holding above 65 right now. And it just took out this, it kind of tested this and took out this high, so maybe that would have been an opportunity to get in long right there. But your stop had to be below this wick. Yeah, this is moving really fast, so my brain can't process all this stuff fast enough. Let's see if it tests the EMAs or does it just keep going. let's see if I can take out this kind of resistance area here. There's an inside bar right there. So maybe above there with a stop below that wick would be a good trade. Okay, so it broke through. Mark my stops. Another inside bar here, but kind of far away from the EMAs. What can you do? Well, you could go long this inside bar if you want, but you know there's not much time left in the day, so chances of follow through is very slim, right? And I think how much more time we have? Okay, I think this is the last candle. And yeah, this is after hours, so that's the play right there. I mean, ideally, if you were able to get in down here on the 31s, great trade. This entry here, not too bad. This inside bar here was a little more difficult, but ultimately it worked. For me, I got in at this 31. Let me show you in the 5-minute chart. So because I noticed it was bouncing off this 31 level a lot, so I bought a chunk. I believe it was right here, and as it came up, sold some into this, and when it pulled back down, I thought about loading up some more, but I didn't. I just let it continue trading, and once it kind of made this high and pulled back like this, had a 5-minute inside bar right here, I added, you know, another lot down here, and I was able to ride it for most of this. I mean, I took profits on the way up, but ultimately I held on here, and I even took some home on my Ameritrade account, which I believe I sold around the 50s, so that trade worked out really well. Okay, thanks for watching, and I think I have one more video to show.